Hey, now that I'm no longer talking to myself, we're going to have this interview with KDG. I'm going to say it again, the original 100K waiver in Thunderfuck, the first dude to turn in a season of 100K waves, aka the THSI. And not, I'm sorry, it's not aka the THSI, it's aka THSI, which is something I'm still disgusted by. But that's okay. That's okay. Um, oh man, everybody's yeeting in the chat, but okay, good. Um, so we're going to do the normal interview thing. But first off, KDG, I already asked you this 13 times because I did it before we started recording. I did it when I recorded and no one could hear you. And I'm going to do it again now that everybody can hear you. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm
You've
feeling
gotten worse
relaxed.
each time. Only you and I get that joke. That's okay though. You went you went driving with your dad? No, with your grandpa.
No, I went driving with my grandfather. I recently got my driver's permit, which means I can drive with a licensed driver. So I
Yes.
drove around with him for about 5.5 hours, or no, 6.5 hours. No, five and a half hours.
It's a
It
long
was
time to drive.
really, yeah, I was feeling real anxious. I got home and I went right to bed.
Did you have to go pee at all?
No, no.
Do you smoke while you drive?
After I got up, I used the bathroom though.
That's a good call. Do you smoke while you drive?
No,
Hmm. Did you quit smoking?
no.
Oh, one day.
I just rather would pay attention to the road than what's in my hand.
Yeah, but you can do that and I mean, eventually, whenever you're more comfortable driving, you'll be able to do that and drive. Um,
Right, but
Still learning. Hey, dude, any reason you can have not to smoke is a good reason. Um,
right.
like for me, it was my wife and not my kid. Oh, I fucked up a 21 skip. Um, but God, smoking was the best. I do miss it. But don't start, people who are listening. But it was the best.
Yeah, don't start. It causes problems.
Causes lots of issues. The worst thing is when I was trying to quit smoking, and my wife, who was my fiance at the time, she was like, it's disgusting, but you do look sexy when you smoke a cigarette, and that didn't help. It's like, yeah,
Right.
that doesn't make me want to not smoke because I'm not sexy normally. So if I'm sexy when I have a cigarette in, at least I'm sexy during 5 minutes of the day. So and let's be
You're
honest, it was
sexy
like,
all the time, Doc. Don't let her tell you wrong.
hey, easy tiger, I'm married. Um, okay, so we got the 5 questions or the 4 questions that I normally do with everybody. So we're gonna do it with you, and I got to keep an eye on the time. We've been recording for 3 minutes, so we got plenty of time to talk before I have to do a pause. How long have you been playing Grow Castle, and why did you start? What made you pick up Grow Castle?
Well, I picked up Grow Castle when I was actually living with one of my friends. I had moved out of my father's due to some complications with him.
Mm-hmm.
I moved 3 hours away with my friends, and well, uh, I was playing a game called Ark Survival Evolved. It is a online dinosaur game. Well, one of the friends I played on there with, uh, don't know him in real life. I don't know him in person. I've never seen him in person, but I know him quite well. He recommended to me that I should play Grow Castle with him, and that started on October 11th of last year. And
Do we
we
know? Does that
played.
guy still play?
No, 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 no. He stopped playing like a month after. He
Oh, bastard.
got he got really fed up with the whole having to have his phone on 24/7 to be able to play the game. He
Yeah, it
got
was a
real fed up with
transformative
that.
experience when I realized that I could do an emulator. Like that was literally a transformative experience.
But after he had quit, I just left the game open on one of the spare phones I had,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kept it open since then for about 2, 3 weeks. I came back to it, and I got more involved in the game, and then right around February time, I actually went to Discord, and well, I went to the top guilds. I went to the number one guild. I saw it was Sayonara, and I'm like, okay, well, their main guild, and everybody's doing like 40, 50K a season, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way in hell I can do that. So I went to the next Sayonara guild that I saw, and well, I went to Discord. I messaged Key 2 Between, who
Okay.
was the one actually overseeing the Sayonara 2. I messaged him about joining, and I told him the waves and whatnot. And, well, he told me to start off in SYO first, and I didn't really like it in the Guild of Sayonara. It was not enjoyable
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah. That was, I mean, I'm the first thing I'm hearing, and I'm remembering the days when 40 and 50,000 was like not just like a lot, but like the top, you know?
Yeah,
People are
like
gonna
the
get that in like
most
two to three
people were
days now.
doing in a season. It was
Yeah.
just regular plus two. That's just
Yeah.
plus two.
And
Most
white
people were
skipping all the
doing were
time.
like 60, 70K a season. It's like, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. How many guilds did Sai have at the time that you were inside zero?
Four. They've
Four?
always had four, and they still have four.
Yeah. Got it. So then I guess that's gonna bring you into the next question, is why did you join Thunderfuck? Or when you joined Thunderfuck, and I'd forgotten that you joined this long ago, because frankly it's all run together on me. But you were there
Right.
before we started regular top tens. You were still in the
Yes.
pushes. So now we
I
do is
was
still
still
in like a
here when,
cycle.
right. I was
Yeah.
still here when Rankle was here. Rankle was actually the reason I
Yeah.
joined TF.
He was the first 50K fucker.
Yeah.
That was impressive then. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Rankle, he didn't actually invite me to join the guild, but how open and how friendly he was, and the guild he was a part of, made me want to join it even more.
Yeah. Yeah. Ranko was a buddy here for a long time. And I
I,
remember
I
I remember him joining before that. Yeah.
all right, before I joined TF, I wanted to guild hop, but I didn't really know how to get in contact with like a lot of the guilds to like hop around and whatnot.
Hmm.
So I was thinking about it. I thought to do TF first, but I told myself if I liked to be in the guild, if I liked to be in the guild, I would stay there.
Yeah.
And actually more than liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being here. I still do.
More than like that you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like the phrase. I think they mean the same thing, but I still like the way you said it. Uh,
Well, enjoyed is more of a, like an in-depth word than
got it.
like,
Got it. More specific.
right.
Got it. I I remember specifically Ranko saying, "Hey, there's this dude who wants to join who does some decent waves, but he's like a guild hopper." And
Yeah.
then,
I
as and now, we're not really into people who are guild hopping. We're kind of just here
right.
to wave together, and yeah, that's just kind of our thing. Um, so I was like, all right, I guess we can just. Because I remember I talked to you like, how long were you looking to stay? And you were like a couple months. I was like, well, that's not really that much of a guild hop, so I guess that's fine with me. And then you just never left, which is
Right.
great if you ask me.
Um right. Before I joined TF, I actually started DH before I joined Thunderfuck.
Yeah,
I was probably doing right around 15, 20K a season, if I remember correctly.
that sounds about right. I don't. I think for a while there, when I was doing maybe 12 to 15 a season.
Because I remember being right up in the ranks with Rankle and Ook and Didi.
Yeah, yeah, and I was not there. I remember that. I
You were only behind by a few thousand waves. You can shush.
I have more waves now than I used to have in full seasons where I was very happy with how I was doing.
Right.
Uh, why do you think our game has that sort of, is that like an everything sort of thing? Every game? Why do we always have so many like people that are like, you know, I'll join for this season and I'll join for that season and that sort of stuff? Why don't people just like stick with their guilds?
Some people like diversity. Other people just don't like to stay in one place forever, I guess.
Yeah,
That's my thought.
yeah, I guess.
Change is good at times, only when it's needed, though.
Yeah, well, we'll get into this a little bit with your question for me, but like the whole point of playing online games with people is because you want to hang out with those people, right? Like you make friends doing the same thing. And like that's the fun for me. So I never understood the jumping around part, but maybe I don't know. Maybe that's
Maybe
just me.
just meeting all the new different people of
Yeah,
hopping around. You meet more than just a certain few people.
I guess. I
Because
guess.
that's what I was thinking. Instead of hopping to one guild and staying there and meeting all the people there and only there and probably from other guilds if they have a buddy like system like we do, like a buddies channel,
Yeah,
I would probably hop around to other servers if they don't have a buddy system like we do. Well, I get to know them more in depth and I get to know why they play the game as well.
yeah. And I guess you get better secrets that way. Like I mean, everyone has their own ways of doing
Right,
things.
you can just
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is better
just
now that it's
secret
not
steal.
just TA, you know.
Right. You're not wrong.
Yeah, you have a weird build too. Did you pick that up from somebody or did you just kind of come up with that on
No,
your own?
I made my build by myself. I don't think there's anybody. I don't. I'm pretty sure, but someone could obviously prove me wrong. No other person uses barbarians that I know of.
You use barbs.
I do.
I have had this thought recently where you just like it's basically a bar build and everything that gets buffed by bar you just kind of, you know, use. Um, and I wondered if that would be functional. Is that what you do or is it built
It
is it a
it's
little different?
I tested that out before. Valks with the summon tree how it works now. Valks aren't really good unless you can go into summon and lightning tree. And slingers, they're just not really that good in waving terms.
Yeah,
Now,
and FFO is going to beat them every time I assume. Or just
oh
the
yeah,
flying orcs or whatever. Yeah. Um, underscore imposter is saying he wants to do barbs and slingers and bar and then giants. So basically, yeah, you want to be KDG underscore, which is fine
he's
because
trying to be. He's the imposter. He's trying to be me.
well, your flat wave is fast, isn't it? Is it? Have you guys figured out who's faster yet?
Well, he was ahead of me at the start. I had to restart my device after reset had happened because I had no time to do it before.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it after I resetted my phone. Actually I didn't have Twitch downloaded on my GC phone, which I thought I did. I was down for about 10 minutes
Yeah, and
in
you,
total
but
trying to figure out how to start live streaming on my phone from Twitch and start streaming Grow Castle. I think I'm ahead of him now.
yeah, he's saying that you are. He's saying that your wave time is shorter. Oh, I need to
Okay.
hold on a second. Let me stop the recording.